So hello students, welcome to my channel. I am the teacher over here and today I am going to continue the notes of the chapter Nazism and the Rise of Hitler. So let's begin with our sixth section of this chapter Instability of Weimar Republic. The Weimar Constitution had some internal defects which made it unstable and vulnerable to dictatorship. It was impossible to get a majority for one single party due to proportional representation. Moreover, Article 48 gave the President the powers to impose emergency, suspend civil rights, and rule by decree. The Weimar Republic faced 20 different cabinets in 14 years, each lasting for an average 239 days. People lost confidence in the democratic parliamentary system, which did not offer any solutions. The next section of our chapter is Hitler's rise to power. So, the seventh section of this chapter is Hitler's rise to power. Hitler was born in 1889 in Austria. Socio-economic and political conditions of Germany led to the rise of Hitler. After Versailles Treaty, Hitler joined the German Workers' Party in 1919, which was later renamed as the National Socialist German Workers' Party. It was later came to be known as the Nazi Party. In 1923, Hitler planned to seize control of Bavaria, for which he marched to Berlin and captured power. However, he was arrested, imprisoned for treason, and later released. So, what is treason here? Treason is the word which means the crime of doing something that could cause danger to your country. Nazi propaganda gave hopes of a better future to the German people. In 1928, the Nazi Party got only 2.6% votes in the elections to the Reichstag, the German parliament, but by 1932 it had become the largest party with 37% votes. Then comes our eighth section of this chapter, which is promises made by Hitler. Hitler was a powerful speaker. His passionate speeches and promises inspired German people. Promises made by Hitler were as follows. He promised to build a strong nation, undo the injustice of the Versailles Treaty, restore the dignity of the German people, and create opportunities for unemployment in Germany. He promised to give employment and a secure future for the youth. He promised to remove foreign influences and to resist all foreign conspiracies against Germany. After promises made by Hitler, we have our ninth section of this chapter, which is Hitler's new style of politics. The red banners with the swastika, the Nazi salute, and the ritualized rounds of applause after every speech were new developments at the time of Hitler. Nazi propaganda regarded Hitler as a messiah, a savior who had arrived to help German people in a time of economic and political crisis. Here, Messiah meaning a leader who people believe will solve the problems of a country or the world. Then comes our 10th section of the chapter, which is the destruction of democracy. On that is January 1933, President Hindenburg offered the chancellorship to Hitler. It was the highest position in the cabinet of ministers after gaining power. After acquiring the power, Hitler started to destroy the structures of democratic rule. A mysterious fire broke out in the German parliament in February, and it gave an opportunity to Hitler to assume all his powers. A fire decree was announced on 28 February 1933. Under the decree, various civic rights which were guaranteed by the Weimar Constitution were suspended, like the freedom of speech, press, and assembly. Then comes the 11th section of this chapter, which is elimination of communists. The communists were the main enemies of Hitler. Most of the communists were sent to newly established concentration camps. The suppression of communists was severe in Hitler's regime. Concentration camps, a camp where people were isolated and detained without due process of law. Then the next is the 12th section of our chapter, which is the Enabling Act. On 3rd March 1933, the famous Enabling Act was passed, which gave Hitler all his powers to sideline parliament and rule by decree. This act established dictatorship in Germany. All political parties and trade unions, except the Nazi Party and its affiliates, were banned. The Nazi state established complete control over the economy, media, army, and judiciary. Apart from the already existing regular police in green uniform and the SA or the stormtroopers, the Nazi government introduced Gestapo, the secret state police, the SS Protection Squad, Criminal Police, and the Security Service (SD). All these newly organized forces had extra constitutional powers. It made the Nazi state as the most dreaded, fearful criminal state. People were detained in Gestapo torture chambers, rounded up and thus sent to concentration camps, deported at will or arrested without any legal procedures. Then we have our 13th section of our chapter, which is economic reconstruction. Hitler gave the responsibility of economic recovery to the economist Hilmar Schäche, who wanted full production of full employment through a state-funded work creation program. As a result, the famous German superhighways and the people's car, the Volkswagen, were made. Success in foreign policies. In foreign policy, Hitler acquired quick success, which were Hitler withdrew the League of Nations in 1933 and reoccupied the Rhineland in 1936. In 1938, under the slogan "One People, One Empire and One Leader," Austria and Germany were integrated by Hitler. In 1938, Hitler seized the German-speaking Sudetenland from Czechoslovakia and then took over the whole country. England supported this act of Hitler as it thought that Versailles Treaty was too harsh for Germany. Sketch had advised Hitler against investing hugely in rearmament process of increasing the amount of weapons as the state was dependent on deficit financing. The Second World War. Hitler chose war to overcome economic crisis as he thought that resources were to be accumulated through expansion of territory. In the September 1939, Germany invaded Poland and this started a war with France and England. In September 1940, a tripartite pact was signed between Germany, Italy, and Japan. It strengthened Hitler's international power. By the end of 1940, Hitler became very powerful. Puppet regimes which supported Hitler was established in a large part of Europe. Hitler attacked the Soviet Union in June 1941. It was a historic mistake made by Hitler. The Soviet Red Army defeated Germany at Stalingrad and reached to Berlin. After the Soviet Army established their hegemony over the Eastern Europe. In the beginning of the Second World War, USA was not involved. However, when Japan occupied French Indochina and planned to attack USA naval bases in the Pacific Ocean, the USA entered the Second World War. Japan supported Hitler and bombed USA base at Pearl Harbor. The Second World War ended in May 1945 with Hitler's defeat. Japan surrendered in August 1945 after the US dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Hegemony word means control by one country over other countries. In this video, we covered from instability of Weimar Republic to Hitler's rise to power to the Second World War. In the next video or the last video of this chapter, we will cover the Nazi worldview, establishment of the racial state, racial utopia, youth in Nazi Germany, the Nazi cult of motherhood, the art of propaganda, role of media in propaganda, ordinary people and the crimes against humanity, knowledge about the Holocaust. And by this, we will be at the end of this chapter, Nazism and the rise of Hitler. So that's all for today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thanks for watching.
Yeah.